What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nasha, welcome back to the channel, and for today's WWE news video, holy shit, we got some insane shit for you guys today, because in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the clarification, if you will, on MVP's injury status, which might surprise you, actually, on what his injuries are. I'm also going to be talking about further updates on Sasha Banks, because over the last month and a half since SummerSlam, I have actually talked about what's been going on with Sasha. Now we have even more updates on that. The date of WWE TLC 2021 has been revealed, and this first one that I'm going to talk about, the King of the Ring, is officially back. So apparently the King of the Ring tournament is said to air on Fox, which is kind of interesting, and apparently it was confirmed. It was confirmed by sources. No copyrights here. But it was confirmed by Mike Johnson of PW Insider. Big shout out. No copyrights here. You guys know how this works, of course. He confirmed that the King of the Ring tournament will air on the weekend of October 1st to the 3rd, which will depend on it just depends on how things go, if you will. Now, as far as the Queen of the Ring tournament, or actually that one was the King of the Ring special. Apparently, it's there. I guess they're supposed to be qualifying rounds or something like that. As far as the tournaments for the King and Queen of the Ring, they will start to commence on October 8th, which apparently will be the season premiere of SmackDown, immediately following the draft, which the draft will take place not tomorrow night, but next Friday on SmackDown, and it will end on Monday the 4th. So this will be interesting, because the last King of the Ring, Corbin had won the tournament in 2019, defeating Chad Gable in the finals. But this buys into the question, what does that hold? What does that mean for Shinsuke Nakamura? Because currently he holds the crown and he's king of all WWE. So what does that mean? That's the big question. Honestly, I would just keep Nakamura, keep the crown on King Nakamura, and to just have an entirely different king on its own. And then, of course, by that logic, I'm pretty sure Corbin will probably get involved, or maybe even Roman Reigns if he chose to get involved anyway. But we will see. We will see. As far as the final round of the tournament for the Queen of the Ring, it'll take place on supposedly it'll take place at Crown Jewel on October 21st, which is a Thursday. Which I believe that would be the only pay-per-view for the month of October. As far as we know, the only match that's on the card for Crown Jewel is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. If Roman retains the title against the Demon Finn Balor, which I had talked about that in my prediction video from yesterday, if you guys have not checked that out. So obviously we know when it comes to the king. Damn my fucking autism. when it comes to the King and Queen of the King of the Ring tournament, there have only been I think there was only one other person that that was King of the Ring twice. I think Bret Hart was the only one to have won the tournament. Once, twice, if I remember correctly. If my memory serves right, I'm actually looking online on my phone. Yeah. So Bret Hart was the only person. Bret Hart was the only one to have won the crown twice. The first time was on September 7th, 1991 against Erwin R. Shyster. That took place in Providence, Rhode Island. And then the second one took place on June 13th, 1993, which he defeated Bam Bam Bigelow. That took place in Dayton, Ohio. Which is kind of interesting because if the history books are right, I believe Jerry the King Lawler had demoralized Bret Hart as a king, where Jerry Lawler was supposed to have been the only king in WWE or something like that, if my memory serves right. But when it comes to the Queen of the Ring tournament, Charlotte Flair is going to get involved. She's going to say, oh, you must just hand me the crown, blah, blah, blah. She got to earn it. Let's just be real. She has to earn it. I'm excited. I'm excited for both tournaments, because when you think about it, it basically just comes down to who wants the crown more. And if you look at all the winners if you look at all the winners dating all the way back to the first winner, Don Morocco. He had defeated Iron Sheik in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Harley Race, the same city. Randy Savage, Ted DiBiase, Tito Santana, Bret Hart, as I mentioned, Owen Hart. Mabel, or I guess Viscera for that matter. Big Daddy V. So many gimmicks. Stone Cold, Triple H, Ken Shamrock, Billy Gunn, Kurt Angle, Edge, Brock Lesnar. They were, those superstars had took the crown and basically made, turn themselves into a household name in WWE, especially Stone Cold. In fact, truth be told, the '96 King of the Ring was what Austin 316, was when Austin 316 started. When he, that's how he became a 6-time WWE champion, was from the King of the Ring. Same thing with Triple H. That's how he won all of his titles, was from starting out with the King of the Ring tournament. Kurt Angle, the same thing. That was where he, that year 2000, he became WWE champion. Brock Lesnar, he actually was given the chance to fight for the undisputed WWE title at SummerSlam that year in 2002, and he actually did it. But if you look at the last 5 winners from going from 2006 up until now, you have Booker T, who defeated Bobby Lashley at Judgment Day in Phoenix, Arizona. You have William Regal, who defeated CM Punk, I believe, on Raw in Greenville, South Carolina. Sheamus defeated John Morrison. I believe that was a part of a special, part of the King of the Ring special event that happened in Philly. Bad News Barry or Wade Barry defeated Neville, or I guess Pac. I don't know. I know that I've seen photos on social media, on Instagram, that he's with AEW or something like that. I don't know. I don't watch AEW, but if you guys know, comment below. No copyrights here, of course. You guys know how this works. That match took place in Moline, Illinois, and then of course Corbin, I believe on Raw, defeated Chad Gable in Knoxville, Tennessee. SmackDown ironically enough, SmackDown this past Friday took place in Knoxville, which is kind of ironic. But yeah, I mean, you have to think. But yeah, if you look at those winners, they did pretty well for themselves. Well, sort of. I know that Barry was. I know that Barry got fired from WWE back in 2016, 2017, like right around that, like right before the 2016 draft. I know that Sheamus's run as King of the Ring didn't really last long because I know that they had plans on turning him babyface. Booker T, again, it didn't really last long. I think it only lasted like maybe a year and a half, because I know that he ended up getting released from his contract with WWE in 2007, like right around the fall of 2007, and that was when he ended up going to went to TNA. So if you look at the last 5 winners, their run as King of the Ring never lasted long. I know with Corbin, his lasted like a year. Oh, literally, I would say, I think about almost 2 years, if I remember correctly. I think so. I think it was almost 2 years. So with him, it was the longest ever, as far as the last 5 go. But again, I'm excited for both tournaments. I'm also excited to see who will be in the tournament. Once we find out, I might be able to do a bracketology, if you will, so to speak, on the tournament, and give my prediction on who will win both the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know in the comments, because I'm very curious. I might do that. But as far as we know, as far as we know, both tournaments will start on October 8th, and apparently they're both going to end on October 21st for Crown Jewel. But with that being said, we do have a clarification on MVP's injury status. So he had took to Twitter recently and said, quote, "For the official record, I'm going to get surgery on my knee. I have not had any surgery yet." You heard that from me. Obviously, he's referring to the fact that people have started to spread a bunch of rumors on his injury, and we do know that he also has a broken rib from the RKO that he had suffered from Randy Orton on Raw, not this past Monday, but last week on Raw, when Lashley lost the WWE title to Big E. So, as far as we know, he will be out indefinitely. But as far as we know, when it comes to knee injuries and knee surgeries, you're out for about, I would say, for about 7 months. I would say for about 6, maybe 7 months at the most. 6, 7, maybe 8 months. I know that some superstars have been out for a year. It was that bad. So shoutouts to MVP. Best of luck on best of luck on the surgery, or if he had it already, I'm sure it was an arousing success. Wishing him the speediest of recoveries. That being said, we have another update on Sasha Banks. As far as we know, so you guys know she was supposed to have challenged Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title at SummerSlam. They both signed the contract, of course, but because of a sort of an injury, that is not the case, because we found out that that she could not make that WWE Medical could not clear her to challenge for the title. So Becky Lynch came back last minute, and yeah, she instantly became heel. Can't say I'm surprised, but as far as we know, we don't know exactly when she'll be back. But as I said, she's been missing from, she has been gone from WWE since August 13th, which was actually a couple days after my birthday, on SmackDown, where she had appeared to have hyped the big match for her and Bianca, which they did sign the contract, but unfortunately it did not come to pass. As far as we know, she was backstage for the September 3rd episode of SmackDown, which was just a couple weeks ago, if I remember right. Let me go to my calendar. Yeah, it was actually just a few weeks ago, and yeah, that's it. So, this could be a tease that she will get involved. That she will get involved in the match between Belair and Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's title. There are rumors swirling that Bianca Belair wants to add a stipulation to the match. So I'm not so sure, but who knows? Only time will tell. But I'm actually but out of all the matches that are on the card for Extreme Rules on Sunday, I'm actually looking forward to Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, because with SummerSlam that match lasted 26 seconds, because Carmella was supposed to have taken Sasha's place, but then Becky Lynch came out, attacked Carmella, and said, "Why don't we just blow the roof off the Allegiant Stadium?" And yeah, a simple fist to the face, a manhandle slam, a 1, 2, 3, and done. Pretty much, and done. So yeah, not much else to say about that. Anyway, guys, the date for TLC has been revealed. Again, no copyrights here. You guys know how this works. Just giving shoutouts. Nothing wrong with that. But PW Insider has confirmed, apparently, that TLC will take place on December 19th, and the venue has not been revealed. So my assumption is this, because when it comes to the pay-per-view TLC, especially for this year, there were rumors that it was supposed to have taken place on December 12th in Chicago, which did not come to pass. And when it comes to TLC, it's been a part of the end of the year for literally the last, I would say what? I would say what, since like I think since what, 2009. So let's see, 2009, 2019. So for the last 12 years, TLC has been a part of the end of the year festivities, with the exception of 2017, when it took place in October. That was when that was when Shane McMahon, as commissioner of SmackDown, had took Raw under siege that weekend, which did not surprise me whatsoever. Last year's TLC had shown Roman Reigns defending the Universal title against Kevin Owens in a TLC match, Drew McIntyre against AJ Styles, and The Miz under the same stipulation, where he retained the WWE title against both men. So again, as far as we know, the next two pay-per-views, which are going to be this Sunday's Extreme Rules and next month's Crown Jewel, apparently Roman Reigns will defend the Universal title against the Demon Finn Balor this Sunday in an Extreme Rules match, and then Crown Jewel against Brock Lesnar. But again, we don't know if if Roman Reigns will retain the title, because I mentioned it yesterday. The Demon's has been undefeated since since Finn Balor came to WWE. Every time we see the Demon, he always wins. So we will find out, but we don't know exactly where it'll take place. But if I can look online really quickly. Let me look online. Hang on. Let's see. Okay, so when you look at all of the different venues for TLC, starting with 2009, the AT&T Center in San Antonio. 2010 featured the Toyota Center in Houston. 2011 was in the First American Arena in Baltimore. 2012 Barclays Center in Brooklyn. 2013 Toyota Center in Houston. 2014 the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. 2015, the TD Garden in Boston. 2016 was a SmackDown exclusive, crazy enough. The American Airlines Center in Dallas. 2017 was a Raw exclusive this time. This was the one that I mentioned that was in October. The Target Center in Minneapolis. 2018, the SAP Center in San Jose, which is actually just here in California, actually. 2019, back into the Target Center in Minneapolis, and then this past year, the Thunderdome at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida, in Tampa, Florida, basically. So two, I would say what? Two, let's see, hold on. 1, 2, and then, yeah, so there have been only 2 times that it had taken place in two in the same venue. Obviously 2011, obviously 2010, and 2013 with Houston. 2017 and 2019 with Minneapolis. So it could take place in Minneapolis, but only time will tell. I'm not really sure. There'll be more to be revealed in the upcoming months. So, but that brings me to the question of the day: who do you guys want to see become the new king and first ever queen of the ring? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel. You guys want more WWE news videos, which gets posted every Thursday. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.